Hello, brothers and sisters of the light. I am Juli Joy, your servant of the light, with some more messages from Anne and the Angels for July 2nd, 2022. And the title of this message is Life Seeks Eternal Expansion. So do we. And they begin, my dear friends, we love you so very much. You came to this earth eager. You came wanting to create. You came not because you were flawed, not because you messed up in prior lives, not because you wanted to learn to be a better person, but rather because you wanted to embody, experience, and expand love, both within yourself and within the world around you. You are nothing less than the love of the source in human form, expanding love. The oak tree wants to make acorns. The acorns want to grow into oaks, and these oaks want to make acorns. The acorns and oaks grow because the life force inside of them is constantly expanding. In the surrender to their own expansion, they feed and shelter countless animals. They hold the soil in place. They drop their leaves in the fall and fertilize the forest floor. Love. Life and the source within always expand, grow, and contribute to the beautiful dance of life around. Likewise, the oceans exist. They do not necessarily expand their volume at all times, but they expand their experience. They constantly shape and reshape their depths and their shorelines. They take in new substances offered by the earth and the rains as well as human beings. They support different forms of life at different times, and when life forms cease to enjoy their existence, they transition into the spiritual realms again. Life is expanding and growing and becoming more at all times, not necessarily more in terms of quantity, but more in terms of experience. Life is always trying to expand into greater love. You too are expanding life. You too are part of this vast and immense force that creates worlds. As you experience situations here upon your earth in this great buffet of life, you make choices. You have preferences. You dream of new experiences, and in your dreaming, both individually and collectively, you call new dreams forth. What you never intended to do was focus so relentlessly on the problems that you hold them in your created reality. You meant to focus on better, kinder, more harmonious outcomes. You mean to expand love. So when you see the difficult and even horrific things going on in your world, acknowledge them, of course. They are going on, but then, dear ones, turn to the light. Turn to the feeling of a better future. Turn to the feeling of a world at peace. That is a fantasy, you say, but we say it is until enough of you fantasize about it and call it through your focus upon it into reality. If you truly tuned into the feelings of peace frequently, moving your focus back to peace when you wobble away from it, you would start to enjoy peace in your own heart and your own life. Your peace would ripple outwards and calm those around you. Little by little, dear ones, you would begin to change your world. There are, of course, far more personal challenges. You want to create abundance. Then, dear ones, find the feeling of it, and every time you wobble away from that feeling, try to find a thought that makes you feel more abundant. Practice this until you feel abundant in your heart most of the time. Perhaps you are abundant with love, talent, kindness, and good people. Perhaps there are beautiful clouds in the sky and a vast array of fruits to choose from at the market. Can you find the feeling of abundance and stay there until abundance flows to you? Life wants you to expand your experience of love. Say you lose someone. This doesn't feel much like a creative adventure or an expansion for your soul. This feels like a loss. You have been trained to see it as a loss. We see it as an expansion. When someone dies, it simply means that they are ready to expand back into the non-physical realms. Some leave because they feel complete at the soul level. Some leave because they made a decision to do so before they were born. Some are simply feeling stuck and know deep in their soul that death offers more love than they are currently open to receiving here upon the earth. In the other realms, the love of the source is so apparent and overpowering that you don't resist love. You don't resist being a loving being. You don't resist receiving God's love. You don't resist receiving the love of your dear ones on earth. You can look back on your life with all its ups and downs, but we see you through the eyes of love. You see the expansion that took place. You see all that you learned and how you grew. You see the things you could have done better too, but without the judgments that you place upon yourselves on earth. You live in the light, in love. So if you lose someone, by all means, first and foremost, tend to your feelings. Seek soothing and comfort, and know that your loved ones in the light are not judging you in any way. They see you as cooperative partners in their own vibrational choices on earth. They know you love them. They are no longer harboring any judgments whatsoever. Reach for your own good feelings as you are able, and then you will be able to reach for them. In time, dear ones, as you focus on the love you have more than the loss or the longing, you will feel them. You will connect with them. They have so much love to offer you now in their expanded form. As you surrender to the love you feel for them and the love you feel for yourself, the compassion for self, the soothing you need, and the joyful thoughts of your time together, you will reach for their vibration and you will begin to experience the eternal nature of all souls. You intended to expand, dear ones, by seeing a variety of life and choosing among them. You intended to try new things, have new feelings, think new thoughts, and create new experiences. You did not intend to get by, survive, or tough it out every day. Even if you do the same thing and have the same routine, you can reach for greater love in the experience. Even in the midst of life's greatest challenges, and often, especially in the midst of them, you reach for more love. You reach for greater kindness, greater harmony, and greater ease. You can do this while things are going well, too, listening to your heart and acknowledging its desires when they arise naturally. You are expanding beings. You don't grow because you are flawed any more than the acorn would consider itself flawed as it grows into an oak. You grow because the life within you seeks expansion into greater love. You are perfect now, even as you expand into more. The acorn is perfect as it expands into the oak. The oak is perfect even when it dies and fertilizes new acorns, as its spirit takes life in new oaks. Light, dear ones, is the substance that lives and breathes within you. Set it free within you. Let it shine without condition as often as you can. Be kind to yourselves and allow your dreams to play within your own minds until they cause feelings that match and eventually become your personal reality. God bless you. We love you so very much. And this is from the angels. In my experience of reading the messages from my dear friend Ann Albers and the angels for 5 years now, approximately, this is the longest message I've ever heard from them. So I doubt I will be able to place the words below in the Show More section, but you can find the words to this incredibly comprehensive message on her own website, visionsofheaven.com, or on the Sananda website, or voyagesoflight.blogspot.com. I am Juli Joy, your servant of the light, and as always proud to be the voice of the angels for this particular message on this particular day and time. Thank you so much for listening.